Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another broadcast of The Weekly with me, Neff. Please subscribe to the channel and share with a friend. It helps us out a bunch. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers, and every subscription helps us out with that goal. This article today is from WOR. It reads, James Gunn says 2 different Batman movies are happening, including The Brave and the Bold. We kind of talked on this prior to me talking about this now, but maybe we get some more extra information about it. We do know that Batman Part 2 is being filmed earlier next year, first quarter. That's Matt Reeves' Batman, of course. We just had the ending of The Penguin on Max. Guys, if you haven't watched The Penguin, go watch that. You can stream everything now. It's all out, all 8 episodes. So yeah, we do know that the Batman Part 2 is confirmed and they will be filming, but it looks like James Gunn has his own plans for his own DCU Batman, and it looks like it's going to be the Brave and the Bold story. So let's read into it. James Gunn wants us to believe that there is room for 2 separate Batmans occurring simultaneously in 2 different universes and released fairly close to each other. We already know about Matt Reeves' attempt at turning the Batman into a trilogy and the sequel to a 2022 film starring Robert Pattinson as the Caped Crusader is indeed set to shoot early next year. However, hold on, there's also Andy Muschietti's The Brave and the Bold, which would have a whole other actor playing Batman. Yes, that's the same Andy Muschietti who directed The Flash from Warner Brothers. Not a good sign there. Some figured that that film had been dropped from the upcoming DCU slate, but Gunn says it's nonsense. Gunn spoke to fan site Omelette and confirmed that plans haven't changed, and in his mind, there is room for 2 Batmans happening in a simultaneous fashion. Right now, we're moving forward with Brave and the Bold. That's happening right now. Matt is writing the Batman Part 2, and that's happening right now. This is corporate suicide. Will Warner Brothers intervene? Sure, Batman is a huge moneymaker with legions of fans, but having 2 different takes on the character released fairly close to each other is a bit much, isn't it? You're devaluing the character. A few years ago, Gunn was handed the keys to take over creative control of the DCU, and obviously his own version of Batman was something he desperately wanted to include. But at the same time, Reeves released The Batman, a successful movie, well-reviewed, and that complicated things for Gunn. However, he's sticking with his belief that 2 Batmans can coexist at the same time over Warner Brothers. We'll see if he is proven correct, and that is the conclusion of that article. Guys, what do you think overall about this? I think it's kind of a bad idea to have 2 different Batmans going along at the same time. They're different universes. Obviously, Matt Reeves' The Batman is considered Elseworld now in the DCU, so it is going to be 2 different universes. Obviously, Matt Reeves' Batman cannot cross over into this new James Gunn DCU because we do have Superman coming out in July. Don't think it's going to work in that universe, but another Batman would be interesting. I do think you could overcomplicate the storylines and you could confuse fans with having 2 different Batmans at the same time. I think you should have Matt Reeves, complete his Batman trilogy and then maybe go into introducing a new Batman for this new DCU that you can incorporate with the new Justice League and Superman. I think that would just make more sense overall. I wonder who they're going to even cast for this new Batman. It seems like they're trying to push this forward, but we haven't heard anything about casting yet, so I think they're kind of getting ahead of themselves on this one. We'll see what James Gunn has up his sleeve. Obviously, I've spoke on Superman, which is going to be coming out next July. I've said that that film has a lot of pressure on it, and James Gunn needs to be able to perform with that film, or else his DCU is not going to work. Superman is going to be the nucleus, so Batman will be second up there. Batman obviously more popular than Superman, but Batman will be the second part of that equation, and so we do need to see what happens with Superman. But Batman right now, let Matt Reeves handle that, let him finish out his trilogy, and I think moving on afterwards would make a lot more sense. Guys, let me know what you think down in the comments about this news and this article overall. Do you want to see Brave and the Bold? How are you feeling about Superman? We talked about it a lot of speculation still about it, but I want to hear what you think about this new DCU and James Gunn's direction overall, now that he's at the helm of that studio and moving forward with these stories. But with all that being said, guys, time will have to tell. Like this video, ring the bell for notifications, share this video with a friend, a couple friends if you can. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. And as always, guys, be safe. It's Neff signing off.